Hey, this was episode 3 of season 2 of the West Ham United Chrome, and it's been like a week since the last episode because I'm currently still ill. I had the flu, I believe, and I'm currently ill. So if there's a pause in this episode, this is post commentary, by the way, because I can't do live commentary. I recorded this like a few days ago, this episode, or part of the episode anyway, and I've got to record the rest tonight and get it edited and put together for you guys and do the post commentary. Now my voice is feeling slightly better, to be able to do commentary again. Also, not going to try push myself too much with my voice and try to let it recover still. That's why I'm kind of trying to speak slower than I usually do and get my points up. As you see, for the first game of the episode, you saw our team and you saw our stats of the players so far this season. We go into this game against Arsenal to kick the episode off, and it's a big game here. Obviously, we're both top of the table, but there's something I forgot to show you in this video. Level on the points, we're both undefeated so far in the season at this point in time, and it's battle undefeated, battle at the top of the table, determine who's the better team and who's possibly the champions at the end of the season. And as you see, Arsenal have a pretty good team there. They're kind of a rotated team there with obviously like Tavares and Reece Nelson in there, but they have Darwin Núñez and Jonathan David up front. So that's always going to be a formidable partnership in career mode. But we give away a free kick here at the start of the game. And as you'll see here, funny attempted free kick here. Arsenal with Ødegaard stood over it. They managed to actually put this one on target, which is a little bit worrying here. As you'll see, Ødegaard hits it, but he puts it onto the bar and out wide there, where the attempted free kick, well, not really out wide, but to get it into the box here. And the attempted shot is then blocked and rebounded. We get the ball. For the first time in this game, we managed to actually get some possession and get this ball forward. As you can see, we drive forward here, get the ball over the top, in behind with Terra Murphy, I believe it is, who cuts inside. No, he doesn't. He shoots there, and Raya is forced into a good save there. Now, Raya, every time we faced him in this scrum, has been a great goalkeeper against. It's been very annoying to beat. So I was hoping that in this game it wasn't going to be in similar form that it usually is when we face him. But as you'll see, he was in similar form in this game. But Somerville here, cuts inside here. Greenwood for Somerville hits it, but it's blocked there by the Arsenal defence. And the game remains 0-0. And Arsenal come forward here, but a great bit of defending from Joro Hato, who Hato has been incredible, man, in the series. Like, he has been possibly, alongside Somerville and Kudus, like, arguably our most important player in the team. Like, he is just so good defensively that there's not any player that could replace him in the team. I definitely don't want to ever sell him. But a ball through there by Arsenal is offside. But luckily for his Bento, made a great save there. And a good block there, stopping the ball from going across to the Arsenal players. But to get it in the end somehow. And they win it across there. They play it across here to a fairly dangerous player. Obviously, like, I can't really see from where I am when I do post commentary. But the shot there is saved by Bento. And it's a great save there by the Brazilian to deny Ødegaard of making it 1-0 here. But to get the corner a few minutes into this episode there, which is cleared here, as you can see. And I thought, you know what, let's just go for a break here. Let's try and just drive with the ball here. But Arsenal weren't going to let me do this, so I thought, let's get into midfield, play it forward into Murphy, who plays it over here to Joro Hato, who drives forward here, who shoots and scores to make it 1-0. And also with that goal there, that was Joro Hato's first goal in West Ham colours. He's been a left-back / centre-back type player. Doesn't really score or get many opportunities at goal in this series or in this team, but when he does, he's actually pretty dangerous in front of the goal, as I've seen a few times when using him. Obviously, that's his first goal to show for it, but I can see here, Darwin Núñez puts a shot wide for Arsenal under obligatory attack after scoring a goal. Obviously, your opponent always gets a chance to score after you score a goal. It's just the way it is in FC and FIFA, and it's been like that for a long time now, unfortunately. But Terra Murphy here turns and shoots, but Ryan makes a good save there. But the shot was kind of straight at him, but he throws the ball higher, looking to find the winger, but Kudus picks it up, gets it over to Murphy just before the break, gives it to Paqueta, who smashes it into the back of the net there, making it 2-0 to West Ham at the London Stadium up against Arsenal. And obviously this game is about the two teams at the top of the table, and right now we're looking at the more dangerous team and the better team to come out on top and possibly win the title this season. Because obviously Arsenal, if we beat them here, we could win the title. We could beat Man City, we need to beat Liverpool, plus United as well, Chelsea. We also have the Champions League to maintain focus on, which we'll have more of in this episode, which I can promise you there's a lot of Champions League action in this one. But being 2-0 up here at half time, Arsenal come out in the second half here trying to get back into this one. But Bento is a great save there, the Brazilian, who has been unbelievable since he signed for us, honestly. Like, he's been a great goalkeeper. But here, you'll see something that really annoyed me. And if I wasn't ill, I would have been more annoyed at this, because I was like, there's no way out here. I'm gonna clear it to Wan-Bissaka. That pass you saw there was technically a full-powered lob pass to Wan-Bissaka. I would like to show where that was, or where the even the attempt was from the game to play that what I wanted to do there. But as you'll see, I'm like, okay, I get it to Wan-Bissaka, but that happens, and then Jonathan David heads it into the back of the net and makes it 2-1. And I was kind of just like, you know what, sure, you know what I mean? But at this point as well, I kind of felt like Arsenal were going to come back into this game and maybe win it. You know, it's going to be one of those games. But we come forward on the attack here, looking quite good here. Paqueta plays it into Somerville, who's wiped out by Ousmane Diomande. And as you'll see here, the referee only gives him a yellow card here for some reason. I'm not too sure how that wasn't a red. You know, it was last man, nowhere near getting the ball. Goal scoring opportunity denied, wiped him out in the box. But somehow that wasn't enough to get him a red card. But we get a penalty here. Saka comes on for Arsenal at this point. And Paqueta, stood over it to grab his second goal of the game here. Paqueta does so. He puts it into the left-hand side of the goal. Raya goes to the right. Nowhere near stopping that one. And the Brazilian makes it 3-1 here. There's the second goal of the game. And Paqueta, by the way, in this episode, as you'll see, he's been unbelievable recently. Like, his performances, he's stepped up and shown what he can do in this team. So he's been a great player for us last season as a creative player. But I feel like this season has kind of stepped out the shadow more. And with the team we have now, he's able to link up more with the rest of the players. But Dominic comes forward here for Arsenal, shoots, but Bento makes a great save there, and we do well there to steal the ball and keep it in our possession here as we get the ball forward here, I believe, with Somerville, if I'm not mistaken, or Paqueta. I think it might be Paqueta who does well here in midfield. Turn, beat one defender, hold him up and shoot some range, but the shot there left to be desired, and Raya had a fairly comfortable save to make there. But Paqueta again gets the ball over the top here. This time to Somerville, who shoots, and Raya makes a good save there again. The Spaniard denies the Dutchman there. And speaking of the Dutchman, here is João Hatos. He scored in this game to make it 1-0, but couldn't stop them from getting in the box there. And luckily for us, they put that one wide there. Arsenal in this game, they had the opportunities to get back into this one. They could have made it 3-3 a while ago, but obviously they put some chances wide. Bento made some saves, and as you can see, a good block there from Arsenal to stop Kudus there from getting the shot on target. But from the corner here, we whip it into the box, and a header goal is denied by Raya. Unfortunately for us there, we could have made it 4-1 at the end of the game. But as you'll see here, I believe the game ends 3-1, if I'm not mistaken, unless they get a goal hitting it, they don't there. Good defending there, and we get it out, and it ends up being a 3-1 win over Arsenal to kick the episode off. And it's a big win there up against a fairly tough team. And now we've got a bunch of simulated results here to show you. Picked up with a 2-1 win on penalties against Charlton in the FA Cup, or the Carabao Cup there, sorry. In the Premier League, a 2-2 draw against Spurs with Kudus and Moffi scoring in that one. As you can see, we share the points there. Up against Dortmund, we pick up a 3-2 win in a big game there in the Champions League, up against a fairly good Dortmund team with Rodriguez, Smithville and Moffi scoring there. Up against Bournemouth, we get a 2-1 win over the second team. Now, the first team played this one, actually. Kudus scored twice there, as you can see. And up against United, get a 1-1 draw. So we share a point there. And you can see at the top of the Champions League, we sit level on points with Monaco of all teams at the top of the table of the group stage, which is something I didn't expect. And going into this game against Barcelona, we had the chance to do the impossible. Beat Barca. Obviously, Barcelona right now in real life are an incredible team. They're getting back on track to where they used to be. And you can see this Barca team here that we faced was a fairly decent one. Other than Romeo in the CDM role, that's the one player I think I would have changed in the team. And maybe Valle at left back, the young Spaniard. But we go into a game with our usual 11, as you can see. Our full strength 11, no suspensions, no injuries, no tied legs for this game. It's our best 11 versus Barcelona in what probably was one of the best games of this series, which you'll see that's going to play out here. A shot early on this denied by Bento, and Hato gets it out, but the clearance there was bad from me, to be fair. But again, I think right there, after Bento makes that great save there, is where I realised in the future, I'm not going to attempt doing that. You know, I'm not going to attempt holding square to get the ball out from the box, because it's not going to happen. It's costed me once in this episode, and it almost cost me again twice there. As you can see here, Kudus as well, getting down the wing here, gets inside here. Moffi, good centre forward play, allows Kudus in behind, he shoots, but it's denied by Rojo, the Uruguayan defender there. And Somerville here is causing issues for Barca. Plays it inside here to Paqueta, who holds it to play nicely here, the Brazilian. Just keeps going here, looking for a pass, looking for an opportunity here. Plays it across to Moffi, who shoots first time and makes it 1-0 to West Ham away from home in the Spotify Camp Nou in Barcelona. And that is a big goal there. So we beat Napoli last episode in the Champions League to prove that we are going to be a formidable opponent in this competition. But scoring here against Barca and scoring a great goal like this, obviously working the ball around nicely, playing it across, and Moffi first time there puts it into the side netting with an incredible finisher. You'll see again here. There's no saving this with Stegen. There's a great finisher from Moffi to put us 1-0 up in this one. But I know in this game, Barca were going to give us a challenge, and that is what they did. However, they were playing that weird football where, like, you know, where one or two players in their team just get the ball and go back and forth at the halfway line. And it was Dani Olmo, as you can see, doing it again here. I'm not so sure about what this is in this game and how to stop it from happening, because it's really annoying, because, like, it's just stupid. But Koeman here drives forward and actually see shoots there, but Bento saves it. But the second attempt falls to him and makes it 1-1. And at this point, you know, it's one of those where it's kind of like, yeah, you know what, I'm just going to accept it. It's a weird goal to concede. Obviously, the ball falling straight back to Koeman like that, but it is where it is. We can score again in this game. We're proving we're a better team, and we can win this game. As you can see here, Kudus here as well. Lays it off here, 2-1 Misako drives forward there. The Englishman keeps going here. He's got room to roam here. Gets inside the box here. Here's a Trevada shot, saved by Stegen, but it falls to Somerville. And in my head at this moment in time, I remember saying to myself, if Barca can score a tapping goal similar to that, we can score a tapping goal similar to that. You know what I mean? I don't have to play prime Barcelona style football to score my goals. I can score ratty goals all I want if that's what the game's about. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what it's about, then it is where it is. I'm going to keep doing it. But Somerville here scores to make it 2-1 and puts us back in the lead there with a great finish under pressure. And Barca again come forward here, as you can see, looking to find a way through our back line. But some great defending there, but somehow they actually get through with a burst of pace there. Luckily for us, big Dani Olmo put that one wide there. As you can see here in the second, I think we're in the second half. Yes, we are. Somerville here does well, cuts inside with the chop inside there, and scores to make it 3-1. And that goal there for Somerville, I wish I could have done live commentary, because that was incredible there from Somerville. Like, the heel to your flick getting behind and then stopping the ball dead, dragging it to the right, leaving two defenders for dead, as you'll see here, and then scoring to make it 3-1. Like, the question is Somerville our most important player in this team? Last season it was Kudus. It was undeniably Mohamed Kudus and maybe Somerville for our most important players. But right now I believe Somerville or Paqueta are our most important players, because Kudus on the right is good. He does well in the games, but he isn't really scoring as he was last season. But with Paqueta and Somerville linking up down the left, and obviously Moffi in the fray this season, we're playing more expansive football. And Paqueta here from the free kicks tonight by Stegen, with the Trevada attempt there. I don't think I'm going to score a free kick with Paqueta, because he's got less than like 80 something shot power, so like his free kicks are really weak and just about get over the wall. But I can see a Barca do well there, play it through to Lewandowski, who makes it 3-2 here. And I thought he was offside when they scored this goal. I really thought he was offside there, but seeing again on the replay, they timed that ball to perfection. And just before the end of the game here, Joro Haito steps in there to get us the 3 points and stop Barcelona coming in the attack here, which means that we've defeated Barcelona. West Ham United, in our first season in the Champions League, we sit top of the table and we beat Barca. And going into more similar results here, the second team picked up a win against Leicester, as you can see with Sarr and Ferguson scoring. Ferguson, I believe, also scored here in this one in a 2-1 win over Brighton, as you can see here, get us the 3 points. And up against Fulham, we get a 2-1 win, with Todibo and also Moffi getting the goals. And back in the Champions League up against Bodo Glimt, the second team win here with Souček and I believe Emerson scoring in this game. And West Ham again pick up a 1-0 win over Nottingham Forest here with a Lewis Gillingham goal late on. And then the Carabao Cup up against Newcastle here, we scraped by on penalties again in the Carabao Cup. So we're not looking too great in that competition. I have to go through on penalties twice. But up against Luton, we pick up an emphatic 3-0 win with Clark, Ismaila Sarr, and someone else scoring in this game, and Todd Cantwell scoring in that game. Up against Aston Villa here, we get a 3-1 win with Rodriguez, Moffi, and also Alvarez scoring in this one to get us the 3 points. And you can see, going into our next game, we sit top of the Premier League table. And I believe we're taking on Newcastle to end the episode, or Aston Villa. One of the two teams, I can't remember who it was. It's Newcastle. Okay, I had a feeling it was going to be Newcastle. Obviously, we just beat them in the Carabao Cup. I can see their back line was a very interesting one. Luke Shaw at centre-back and Cucurella at left-back was an interesting decision there from the Newcastle manager to line them up the way they are doing and have the team they do have. But at the same time, I was like, you know what, Luke Shaw is an alright centre-back. You know, when he's fit, when he's in good form, Luke Shaw's a pretty good defender. So it's going to be an interesting player to try and beat. And Cucurella is a pretty good defender as well. So their back line with Sven Botman and also Livramento in there was going to be an interesting one to try and break down. But in the first half, it was still the ball with Edson Alvarez. Get it forward to Mohamed Kudus here. We're playing in the snow here at St James's Park. Kudus has gone there and drives forward here, keeps going. Looking to get in behind here. Cuts inside here, holds off the players. Good work there from him again. Stops it dead, plays it over to Paqueta, who shoots, but he hits the post. Unfortunately for us there. And a great attempt there from the team, but I can see it. We'll get forward again here. Kudus over the top this time to Somerville, who hits it down low. And he beats Pope in goal to make it 1-0 to us here. And Somerville scores again. Kudus with the assist, but the Dutchman Crescencio Somerville scores again here. 80 rated now, I believe, in the series and 23 years of age. The Dutchman is doing incredible things in this team, and he scores this to make it 1-0 here at St James's Park up against a fairly decent Newcastle team who are going to be a challenger, currently sit 5th in the league at this point where we're playing them. But Icardi up front for them, shoots there from range on Bentham. It's a fairly comfortable save there, parries it out for a corner. And I can see Moffi gets beaten there, but he wins it back, lucky for us, and Guimaraes completely wipes him out there. And I thought this could have been like an injury for Moffi here, that's why it's in the episode. And Guimaraes could have got a red here for this, because as you'll see from the challenge that he puts in here, it's not a good one. It really is not a good one. It's clearly just out of anger that he lost the ball to Moffi. As you'll see here, he loses the ball, and he just goes in and completely sends him flying over the top of him. But finally, resultant free kick here. We play it to Alvarez, we get it forward to Wan-Bissaka, and then we just look to find a way through this, get away through the Newcastle team. And Somerville plays it over the top here to Paqueta, who smashes it the same way Somerville did a few minutes ago in this game to make it 2-0 here. And Paqueta, the captain, El Capitano, scores again here, but makes it 2-0 here at St James's Park, and looks to give us the 3-0, looks to give us the 3 points here, and keep us undefeated at the top of the table in the Premier League so far this season. It's a great ball by Somerville over the top to Paqueta, who hits it down low, uses the conditions to his advantage, obviously being a snowy pitch, the ball bouncing is going to be a little bit faster off the bounce and stuff like that, and harder to read for the goalkeeper. There's some good defending here, stops Newcastle in their tracks, and Somerville here does well, plays it into Moffi, back to Paqueta, who then gets it back here to Terra Moffi. Moffi here drives forward here with the ball, and trying to remember what happens here. Gets it inside, Moffi lays it over, no, he doesn't lay it over to Kudus here, stops dead, he jogs back, beats the defenders for pace, and gets a goal here to make it 3-0. And that there for Newcastle was poor defending. I thought, you know what, they're not the best defensive team, clearly, right now with Luke Shaw in there. It's not working out with them in this game. So why not just use Moffi's pace to our advantage here? Go across them, drag it back here, burst the pace here, beat them for pace, and make it 3-0 here to West Ham United at St James's Park. And as you'll see here, after going 3-0 down here, Newcastle come in the attack here, but some good defending there from David Hansko, stops him in their tracks, so we get the ball back to Benton. As you can see there, where I thought, you know, I'm just going to clear it, get it out, not fall under the pressure that the game wants to do. But I can see Joel Hato here puts in a good challenge here on Livramento, and does the exact same thing after this throw in here. As you'll see here, they throw it again, play it down here to the Englishman, but Hato steps in, and this time keeps the ball in this possession there. It's good defending there from Hato. As you can see here in the second half here, Kudus as well, gets it to Moffi, down here to Somerville, cuts it inside, and Somerville here looks for the shot where it's blocked by one of the Newcastle defenders. And as you can see here, Cucurella just who settled the pitch, but it ends up being a picture-perfect ball to Anthony Gordon, who does score at the end of this, by the way. And I'm not too sure how they've already do score here. Yeah, it's a rebound goal. Of course it is. I had a feeling it was going to be a rebound goal, but Gordon plays it across to the other striker who shot the ball and then Bento made the save, but of course in classic fashion, it fell directly to the feet of Anthony Gordon, who reacts in a millisecond to make it 3-1 here. And Newcastle again coming in the attack here, but the shot there from Gordon strikes the woodwork there, luckily for us. And at this point in this game, I just felt the momentum switch, or seeing the momentum switch. I can't do anything in this game at this point other than just try and defend. Bento there makes a good save, and at this point Bento was keeping us in this game. We get the ball forward here, trying to at least get out of box, but we just couldn't do so. We couldn't get our own half at this point. After going 3-0 up here, and that somehow went in. And at this point I was kind of like, okay, there's a chance we are going to lose this game. But I was like, you know, I'm going to focus up for the rest of this game here. I really don't know how this shot from Enquiries goes in. It's literally a P-roller. You'll see it here. It's a Trevella shot with barely any power behind it. And it somehow goes in the back of the net there. Maybe Bento couldn't save it, I don't know. But it looked kind of, it was an awkward one. But as you see, again, Newcastle hit it from range. And Bento this time makes a save, luckily for us here. And later on in this game, how you thought, you know what, we actually are going to try to get forward here. We get the ball into Evan Ferguson, I brought off the bench. And Ferguson here shoots, but puts it wide. And that could have been the moment to seal the 3 points there, because I knew Newcastle were going to have a few more chances in this one. They get forward here. Actually, they play it forward to Jarrod Bowen, who was sold to Newcastle. But luckily for us, Bento made a great save there to stop our former player scoring against us. And like I see, I thought, you know what, Somerville, I think it was Somerville anyway, just get it out and let's not deal with the pressure. We get a 3-2 win over Newcastle, and that is actually going to call it for this one. We do have 126 million to spend in the January transfer window. We are in the January transfer window, but as you can see, we're currently top of the table in the Premier League. We've got a fairly good team, as you've seen. And I don't feel like we're ready to sign anyone. Maybe another CDM. We do have Solisat on loan, but Souček and Rodriguez obviously are older players. And maybe a player to replace Ward-Prowse in this team as a more box-to-box midfielder. We could sign someone in that kind of role to take over from those players in the future. But the team's looking pretty good. As you can see, we're playing some great football. We're at top of the table in the Premier League. We also are in the FA Cup still, as you can see here. And in the Carabao Cup, we're going to take it on QPR here in the semi-finals and possibly face Man City most likely in the final lap one next episode. In the Champions League, we sit top of the table as well. So let me know down below. Should we sign any players for the money we do have? 126 million is a lot to spend, but that's going to call it for this one. Thank you for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and notifications to those videos. Check out other content I make as well. I'll see you guys in this one where hopefully I'm feeling better and able to record more. Thank you for watching and goodbye.